Attention! Go!
After what was a very long pause there, the umpires got them underway. And we see the crew from the St Albans School on the right of our pitch. We're on the Buck station, just trying to stay close to that island, not come out towards the middle, as we see the crew from Norwich School staying pretty well level with them here, coming up the island.
Yeah, I mean, they can do everything they can to stay in touch down this part of the race. It's a one-on-one race, very different from what they've been doing all season, multi-lane racing. You want to keep your bows ahead. Oh, that's really tight there, coming to the first few hundred metres.
Yeah, really aggressive start from both crews, getting up and away as they get down the island where there's that little bit of shelter, and they're just starting to run down here towards the quarter mile, 400 metres down this course, as we have a nice look here in at the crew from St Albans School.
Yeah, they look fairly relaxed there actually off the start, so got a good stroke.
Yeah, looking in the stroke seat there, it's Jai Hugh. He's a three-time member of the first team, and he's the senior team captain, and he's leading his crew out here, keeping that stroke rate high as they go out past the quarter mile, and just starting to make their move now as the crews settle into their pace to take them the whole way down the course.
Norwich are really putting it in here. I like this effort from the boys. Got to stay in touch there at the start of the race. Make sure St Albans don't take it too far away. One-on-one, it's very different.
Yeah, match racing, like you say, very different to six-lane racing. And the crew on the Buck station here will want to try and break away before they get to the barrier, try and get themselves out of sight. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that though, because Norwich School, I think, are hanging in really well.
Yeah, these boys are really keeping in touch here with this American crew. And I think you know as well as I do in H, you want to just keep your boat intact and really touching that next boat in front of you, because the minute you start feeling another boat disappearing and you're one-on-one, it's a bit of a dark hole to race back against.
Yeah, that's right. And on this Henley course, as we come to the first bit, the crowds are a bit closer as they get down towards the when they come through the mile post, and then they get out here further down the course. You get further away from the crowd and you get into that quiet zone, which is where really you need to keep your cocks working for you, keep the pace up as we look there, and have another look in here. Huge eye there in the stroke seat. Jason Duffy backing him up, trying to keep that pace going as they're coming out here, heading down towards the barrier.
And Norwich has done a really good job here, one length behind. They could really just keep their bows in touch, keep this race on the cards.
Both crews now into their steady paces to take them through this big empty space in the middle. You can see here how far they are away from both banks. This is where the cocks have to work really hard as they come through the halfway through the course. That was Forley, saw that flag drop to take the time from that following launch, with the umpire standing at the front, the timer standing at the back, record the time. That then gets sent back, announced across the steward's enclosure and recorded as the crew now from St Albans, USA, into their pace, and they've got, as we can see, a decent lead there of a couple of lengths. Just going past a bit of weed in the water there by the look of that.
And what a good shot we've got from the drone there. Really see the synchronicity of rowing from above. You see the tandem they've got there in the middle of the boat. Normally you row one on each side in a row, but there they've got two guys sitting on the same side.
Yeah, it's nice to see that, a 4-seat and the 5-seat together. What do you think is the impact of that on the crew?
Sometimes you just want to put that power probably in the middle of the boat a bit more, and it probably helps the rhythm sometimes as well, depending on the different members you've got in the boat. So they might need someone to follow each other, and yeah, it can set up a really strong rhythm through the middle of a big boat like the 8.
I've always been told it helps the boat go straighter as well, so that
sometimes. And actually Norwich have got one as well, looking down.
Yeah, they've got a little tandem in their 6-seat and 7-seat. As we have a look down here now along the St Albans USA crew.
These boys from Washington look like they're doing the business today. They can relax a little bit. First day of racing, job done.
lots of the St Albans crew very excited. This is the first year for them to race at Henley, and they're excited to be out here and getting on this famous course as they now come into the mile pass mark, coming into the stewards' enclosure, passing the competitors' enclosure first, and then they'll be able to get a feel for what it's like to be in front of the crowd and know that they're probably going to have another race tomorrow unless anything particularly drastic happens in either of the boats.
And that's the thing, Greg, isn't it? Things can happen in these races with the booms, as we talked about. Seen a few of those in recent years, right up to the finish line. So you've got to keep switched on, keep the boat going straight, keep concentrating. Even though all you want to be thinking about is that finish line and getting over it first, you've still got to keep a clear head, keep doing your job.
Yeah, Rory Cruikshank in the stroke seat, in the coxswain seat of the Norwich boat, be working hard now. You can see his shoulders moving as he's really shouting at the crew, trying to keep them going. He coxed at the Coupe de la Jeunesse last year in the coxed 4, and he's working hard now to keep that crew focused, keep them doing everything they practice, building up just in case anything was to go wrong in that St Albans crew as they're coming up through the enclosures, passing the progress board and coming down towards the line.
Great work there by Norwich, really good effort. I love seeing that in these crews, but that's an Albans crew which is a little bit of a class above them today.
Yeah, Norwich have got the stroke rate up, coming up to 38, 39 as they're passing their progress board, looking to get over the line, looking to challenge, but it is going to be a win for St Albans School from the USA as they go through the finish line there, and it looks like there's probably 2 lengths of clear water as we come through and see the Norwich School there passing the line. So that's confirmation. The result is St Albans School from the USA will be racing tomorrow, having beaten Norwich School.